What is going on, guys? GarageLab Gaming back here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the best settings in Apex Legends Season 8. Really excited to share this with you guys. Not much has changed since my last video, but I thought I'd make an update for Season 8. In the background you guys will see me scrolling through the settings. Feel free to stop it if you would like and copy it into your own settings, and also be showing some clips that I got with these settings. And that's about it. I'll also be explaining them, so let's get right into the video. Now, the first part in this video, like gameplay, that's going to depend whether you're a PC or a console player. You know, mine are on console settings. You can obviously see that I'm on a PS4. And basically what you will want to do is you can't copy down mine. You honestly, for this one, you can just read it and decide whether you would like that or not. And that's basically it. This is more of just common things that a person might or might not want, especially things like the double tap sprint. Maybe you want to sprint double tapping, or maybe you just want to hold the stick and go. There's also auto sprint. Every time you just push the stick and it just goes. Things like that you're gonna want to see if you would like that or not. If you're someone of a YouTuber, I know I use streamer mode for totally different reasons, but I use streamer mode, and that's something that I just use, and it's good especially if you don't want the names, like when you're recording gameplay and there's like some weird names out there. You can just cover those up, and they're just random default names that Apex generates for the kill feed. Now, on the second page, the controller page, which also could be the keyboard page as well, the top half applies to PC and console players. It's pretty much just your reload, right? Do you want to auto reload for you, or do you want to manually do it? Do you want to hold crouch or toggle? Things like that. It's all about your play style. Now, there's one thing that PC players and console players don't have in common. It's cursor speed. You're going to want to make sure your cursor speed, if you're on console, is around mine. If you put any faster, it is going to go super fast. So if you'd like it to go super fast, I recommend only inching it up a little bit, that way you can get used to it. It took me a while, but I was playing on default, and your cursor moves very slow, which in turn makes it slow for looting, which in turn means that PC players will have the advantage over you in a cross-play fight, but also other console players may have the advantage over you in looting if they know about this. This is one of the most secret settings I never even knew about, but it will make you a lot better at Apex Legends in third-party defense strategies, because you don't want to take too much time for looting. I give myself 5 seconds for looting, and that gives me enough time to grab a shield and any meds or something that I really need, like ammo. Just spam it, and that's it. And then you want to heal up, whatever you need to do, and then get ready for the third parties, and then just, like, you know, patrol the area, make sure no one's coming, and then head back to looting. Now for the bottom, this is when my PC players who watch this channel are going to have to bear with me and look at this and see how this translates into your settings. I know it's different for PC and console. Some things still equal into other things on PC, right? So just stay with me. Usually PC players have better, you know, ADS, you know, overall, so they really don't need to worry about that. But this is mine, the bottom, the movement and aiming, if you want to pause the video and look at that. But basically, in this, I have super high look sensitivity, like most people do. I have my look ADS at a default, and response curve linear, look dead zone large. You're going to want to make sure dead zone is usually off, like movement dead zone is small. That is basically when you press your controller. So basically you can like lightly tap your trigger button and the bullet will go off, right? You'll start shooting. Now basically what happens is, if you have it on default, you'll have to hold your trigger all the way down to get the full effect of the shooting to start. Now, I know very small, like actually less than a second difference, but this can help you, especially in ranked lobbies. So don't cut yourself short when it comes to these little tricks. Now, taking a look into the advanced controls, this is where you're going to get your aimbot, and this is actually pretty cool. This is how you turn it on so you do all the work and you don't have to overcorrect as much. Once you do this, you should try it out for yourself. I remember putting in these settings and trying them out, and all I remember doing is overcorrecting too much. So be aware of that if you put these settings in, but you will not regret it if you put them in. Plus, if you're already on default, you can always just restore to default afterwards. But these are my advanced settings. All I'll say about this section in the advanced settings is the response curve. that's pretty good. That's like your bullet response curve and how your gun will kind of like recoil. It's kind of good to make it no recoil, but you know, that's impossible. But you can really turn down the recoil. And also the dead zone, you don't want it too high or too low, because you don't want to just accidentally shoot off by like lightly tapping your trigger. So you're going to want to make sure it's somewhere around where mine is. And that's about it. Moving on to the next tab. For video, this one is pretty straightforward. I have my brightness set low, just like one click below your usual default. Not too much, it's whatever you feel. Brightness really doesn't make a difference. Field of view is a big one. I like 96. 96 is perfect, so people don't appear as specks of dust on your screen, but they also don't appear to be like, you can just like make out all the textures of their skins, because then that's really narrow and you won't be able to see around you. 96 is perfect for sniping and short range fighters, which I am. I like to have a sniper, right, maybe a Kraber, and I like to have an R99 as well. So this is the best of both worlds if you are into that. Now, if you are a close range person, I would recommend turning up your field of view, and if you're a very long range person, probably lowering a little bit, but please do not keep it on your default. I did that for so long, I was made fun of for that, but also you're gonna see people a lot better, especially if you're going for the 20 bomb and you need to find people before the match is over. Last thing is sprint view shake. That just means when you are running, do you want your view to like really jostle? I put minimal, that way it doesn't interfere with looking at people or my gameplay itself. Now, last thing, last tab. This really doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't, but I'll share it with you guys anyway. These are all my sound effects. Now, you're gonna want to make sure sound effects are turned up a little bit so you can hear for footsteps. I noticed a lot in Season 8. I was getting snuck up a lot, so that's why I turned my footstep sounds up. This also increases other things as well. They just don't have one for footsteps, sadly. But that is basically it. Even though footsteps are pretty loud already, sound effect volume is a pretty good thing to turn up. That usually increases gunfire as well, but which is also good for hearing gunfire out in the distance. Now, music volume really doesn't matter. Lobby music volume also doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to do. I mean, you could turn them off, to be honest, if you really don't like listening to the music at all. So that's how you mute it. And then voice chat, and then convert incoming voice chat to text. That is all up to you, whether you want to hear your teammates or see the text of what they see their transcripts, or at least what Apex thinks you're saying. And then master volume is up to you. Don't deaf yourself, but also don't cut yourself short, because you will need to hear your opponents. And anyway, that is it for the video. So glad I was able to put this out there for you guys, trying to buffer in between those glitch videos. I really enjoy making settings videos, and I know it does okay in the algorithm. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully the new viewers, you guys know something about getting your settings right. This will make a big difference, and if you are failing a lot at Season 8, or you have been and you don't feel as good, make sure you just switch your settings. That will make you feel really good, and you'll definitely have to try them and see how your experience with these settings went. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for 1K, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.